Welcome back. Thank you for all the people who are watching and all the people who are actually subscribing. Thank you for you. You make everything possible and you are the one who's helping with me on the oceans. So today we're going to talk about North Pacific, as that one is the one of the so-called largest area where you can find many things in a really large area. But let's try to keep it up in as possible in North Pacific. So let's go have a look on those patches. You can see some kind of description of the world of oceans, and you can see the 5 different locations, size of the circle, a number of the circle, you can see the location, and the size of the circles tells you how large area we're actually talking about. And to make it much more easier, here we are. So you can see it over there. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4 and 5. So what do we have in over there in patches? Number 5, of course, it's located on North Pacific. Largest number. And of course, well, in the North Pacific, they are so-called maritime debris. They are disturbing the maritime mammals every day, 24 hours a day. And of course, it's a lot of microplastics and all other kind of trash. So let's have a look in what kind of trash we're talking about. And we'll see in here, let's go a little bit more in those guys. You can see actually on how the North Pacific actually rotating. So even the plastic has been somewhere else, but you can see it over there. It's just circulating and going ups and downs, and from the south it comes to the north, from north goes to the south, but generally it stays float in the same area. And of course some particles sinks, some floats, but that's how it is. And unfortunately this gives you really good example what's happening there every day. Broken nets, they are floating around. Unfortunately, there is nothing what we can do about it. There will be a broken nets, as that is mission impossible, and it's not suitable for the human population to stop fishing. We all eating fish. Unfortunately, some fish nets actually broke down, and this is the entry what's happening over there. There is nothing what we can do about it. But if I would go out there, when I'm going out there, when I see the floating net, I will be collecting that one. So you can see it also that it's being collected. This is actually reality in some of the North Pacific coastal regions. As you can see it over there on your screen on that side, there is a coastline. And unfortunately, this is reality. You can say that this is not happening. It's not happening everywhere. It's happening some places and some days. Some days it might be clear, but when the rotations go around, some of them will come back. Unfortunately, this one is the reality again. And this is the other sad part. This lovely bird used to have nice life, happy life. Get hungry, need to eat something. This looked like eatable. This looked like eatable. It was not eatable. But as the birds, they don't know that one. They just put it in the mouth, swallow it, and then it ended up on, well, their stomach. Really, really unfortunate. But this is the reality again, what's happening over there, and what we can actually try to minimize as soon as possible. This is actually how you can see it when you're underwater. Unfortunately, as you can see, there's a lot of ropes. Those are the big nests, ropes. They're usually in really, really deep. Keep the nest in one piece, but unfortunately some of them are floating and ships passing by broke, and then disaster happens. Other parts, so what we can see about over there, there is a lot of bottles, there is a lot of other things. Reality is over there. So let's go back in a little bit over here, and you can see those great humans helping the little unfortunate seal who was stuck on this net on the coastal region. Yes, you can see that it's not so deep over there. You can see the ground over there. So, but unfortunate, this little fellow was stuck on the net. So back in the circles, you can see the North Atlantic, number 1. That's the biggest area. And yes, it is the biggest area between the USA and Asia. Unfortunately, as I mentioned it before, China is the one of the biggest at the moment who actually creating a patch of plastic garbage on the oceans. So, and what we can do about it? We can make the voice heard. We can make the things happen. Please give me the foundation. Give me the time. Give me the cameras. And I will be over there. I will be collecting on the microplastics. I will be collecting whatever I see which is floating. And then of course, this is something in what I've been thinking about it in a week or so. I will contact a few of the ocean drone manufacturers. And those companies, if you're listening to me, so ocean drone companies, if you want your drone to be a part of the Help the Ocean Foundation, and me actually recorded what is under the surface, connect me, contact me, send me an email, send me a message. I will reply to you. And I was looking for a few of those drone companies, ocean drone companies. And few of them actually have really nice drones which can go down to the about 1500 meters, 1 kilometer and 500 meters, 1.5 kilometer deep. And with that depth, I can actually cover really, really large amount of the just further about 12 miles from the coastlines in the Pacific example. Like, and if you're looking for here in the Pacific, I can cover in quite large amount of coastal, outside of the coastal line from in the west part of the USA and Alaska and Canada. I can cover all the way, will be where we go next week. We go into South Pacific in the topics. I can cover all that one. And there is many small islands in the South Pacific. Those islands have actually a lot of the plastic pollutions. Small islands, they can only help each other, but I would like to take the part of it, and I want to take the voice. What they are suffering over there, I want to help them to make the voice heard, that the people with a lot of fundings, and there is a lot of countries, a lot of fundings, can help those countries to basically get the coastal and beaches clear up from the plastics. So having said that, where we should go into the next week, like I said it, yes, we're going to go back to the South Pacific, which is number 3. And of course over there is going to be not so close to the Great Barrier Reef, but outside over there. I know the few locations over there which are outside of the Great Barrier Reef, and not disturbing anything over there. I'm just gonna find those little plastic bottles which are sunken, and then, by the way, when it comes to the ocean drones, I will publish it and I make it visible for you, because if, let's say not because, if I found any dumped ex-oil barrel which is basically sinking in the ocean floor, I will make it really, really clear for you to see what is in there. Having said that, thank you very much for watching, and I do hope that you spread around, tell your friends to subscribe, help me to help the maritime mammals could get back to their happy life. I'm Marko Hainen, I'm the founder of the Help the Oceans. Have a good day and stay safe, and thank you for Mark Zuckerberg and the Facebook. You still keep on plugging the Help the Oceans Facebook page, day number 24. Thank you, Mark. You're doing good job for the ocean polluters. You probably support them as well financially. Have a nice day. Bye bye.